friends, you're shaking. Can we stop shaking? Are you done shaking? All right, hello friends. As you can see, I've been moving some books around because we're fixing to do my October / fallish TBR. It's a very ambitious TBR because I literally pulled out all of my horror, a lot of the fantasy I want to get to, and thrillers I want to get to, and dark romance, and I just put it in a stack. And this is, am I gonna get to all these in October? Psh, heck no. There's currently 22 books in this stack, and I have a feeling that's not gonna be all. Like, I'm probably gonna continue adding to it. That's the problem, is I have all these books and I want to read them right now, but I can never choose what I want to pick next. And so I have like 6 books that I started and haven't finished because I'll read it and I'm like, but I really want to read this one and pick up another one. And so anyway, we're not here. Oh, like my Glenn Powell. Anyway, so let's just get into it because we're gonna be here for a while if I don't. So one book that I want to get to in the month of October, since it is spooky season, is Imaginary Friend by Stephen Chbosky. Now, this book I got off of Book Outlet, and it is the large print, and it is massive. It is like over 1,000 pages, I believe, because of, it's 1,182 because of how massive the print is, but we're gonna read it. So I've heard some great things about this. I've heard that it's pretty scary, so why not be scared in the month of October? Another book that I've got is Leech. I believe this is a horror. It's an isolated chateau, evolutionary ladder, a parasite that's spreading. So, am I scared? Yes, but we're gonna read it. And then, this is like a long time coming because I have been wanting to pick it up for weeks now, but we're gonna reread Fourth Wing. The next book comes out in January, so I'm gonna reread Fourth Wing in October. Start Iron Flame in November because you know how big that book is, so I don't know if I'll even get through it, but that's what we're doing. I'm excited. I gotta get some more tabs so that I can continue my annotations because I annotate much more thoroughly now than I did when I read it the first time, so that's exciting. All right, another book I want to get to is The Vampire Academy. I read like the first 4 books a year or 2 ago and then never continued the series, never finished it. So this will be a reread for me, but I'm excited to jump back into the series. And I'm hoping they continue the show on, what is it? Peacock, I believe it is. And then because it is fall and it is spooky season, I want to read Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. This is the pretty sprayed edge version from Barnes & Noble. A little intimidated, but this is dark academia, and that's all I know. A new book to my collection is Grimstone by Sophie Lark. With the pretty sprayed edges. So this is a new series of hers, I think, and it said, I thought I wanted to make her scream, but now I want to make her smile too. It doesn't matter what order. Okay, so Remy Hayes is beginning to think she's cursed. Her fiance cheated on her. Her brother Jude is a major pain, and the moldering mansion she inherited from her uncle might just be haunted. So perfect for spooky season. I want to finish the Fallen series by reading Rapture. And we can finally knock this series off as being completely read. So we're gonna finish the series in October. Hopefully, I'll get to it, hopefully. Who knows? So we have some more thrillers. We have There's Someone Inside Your House. I know nothing about this, but we're gonna read it. It looks scary. A chilling, fast-paced, horror-inducing story that will have you quickly flipping through the pages to find out what happens. And then I have the audiobook for this. It was free on Audible with the subscription. So I'm probably gonna listen to this one, and that is One of Us is Dead by Geneva Rose. Then we have some horror. We have the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. I've heard nothing but good things about this, so I'm really excited to jump in and kind of see what it's all about. One of the most rollicking, addictive novels I've read this year. Page turning, cheeky, spot on pick for book clubs. So I'm excited. And then we have The Last House on Needless Street. I believe this is told from the cat's point of view. It was named one of the 50 best horror books of all time. It says, in a boarded up house on a dead-end street at the edge of the wild Washington woods lives a family of 3. A young girl who isn't allowed outside, Not after last time. A man who drinks alone in front of his TV, trying to ignore the gaps in his memory, and a house cat who loves napping and reading the Bible. An unspeakable secret binds them together, but when a new neighbor moves in next door, what is buried among the birch trees may come back to haunt them all. Oh, interesting. It says a true nerve, Stephen King said it was a true nerve shredder, so I might not be able to sleep after that one. And then one that I have been hearing all the rage about, Phantasma, by Kaylee Smith. I think the next one comes out in April, but I have this thing where I like try to get all of the books before I start the series, and if I don't like it, then I just have a bunch of books that I have to try to get rid of. So we're gonna read the first one before we see and buy some more. I know, it's a first for me. It's a first. Another first for me. We're going to read Immortal Dark. This is a first book in a series. I have heard nothing but just fantastic reviews. Also, look at the sprayed edges. So this is like vampires and yeah, that's all I need to know. So, Immortal Dark. All right, so I am in my dark romance era. So we are going to read The Sinner by Chantal Tessier. We read The Ritual in September, so it's only you know, we gotta keep on the series. I am definitely in my dark romance era. And then another series we're going to be finishing is the Havoc Boys series. This is the last one, Victory at Prescott High. It's a chunker. It's the biggest one so far, but I usually get through these pretty fast, and the audiobooks are due at narration, so I get through them. I might do the audiobook with that one too. And then we have a Riley Sager, The Last Time I Lied. I don't really know much about this one. I think this is like they were out camping and like only one of them came back or something. So interesting. And then a good one that seems like it would be good for fall is The Wishing Game by Meg Schaefer. So I don't know anything about this other than everybody says it's good, and it's a quick read, so it's something that I can just probably read in a day. 278, I think. So quick read. I could probably, like I said, I could read that in a day. And then we have Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. I've heard, it's another one that I've heard nothing but good things of. So basically, are you happy with your life? These are the last words that Jason hears before the masked abductor knocks him unconscious, before he awakens to find himself trapped in a gurney surrounded by strangers in hazmat suits. Before a man Jason's never met smiles down at him and says, "Welcome back, my friend." In his world he's woken up to, Jason's life is not what he knows. His wife is not his wife, his son was never born, and Jason is not an ordinary college physics professor, but a celebrated genius who has achieved something remarkable, something impossible. So, that sounds like a good little sci-fi. All right, we have 4 more left. We have Bewitched. I think this is a duology. I have both of them, and so we're going to read it. This is a little romantasy. So basically, she finds out, like, I don't know, she awakens this being that comes back and thinks that she is his long-dead wife. So, sounds interesting. Oh my gosh, my stack is going to fall. All right, and then we have The Cruel Prince. This will be a reread for me. When I read the series the first time, I went into it, like, expecting a romantasy. It is not a romantasy. There is much more politics than romance in this. And so we're going to give it another try. And maybe now knowing what I know and going into it, knowing that it's not going to be a romantasy, maybe I'll like it. Because I'm going in expecting what it's supposed to be. But we'll see. And then another duology that I want to read the first one of before I get the second one. Because I want to make sure I like it. And that is The Crimson Moth, or The Heartless Hunter. It's the Crimson Moth series, and yeah, I've heard nothing but great things. Witch hunter, they fall in love, so very excited for that. And then lastly, a beautiful book, The Games Gods Play. I'm really excited to read this. Another thing that I've heard nothing but great things about. So yeah, so we shall see. Ooh, short chapters we like. And since I like to annotate, I don't know how I'm going to annotate with this one. I may put the tabs at the top. That way you can still see the sprayed edges on the side. I don't know. We'll see. But that is my very ambitious October TBR. Yeah. So let me know down below in the comments what you plan on to read in the month of October. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Join my bookish community. It would make my day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.